I just bought a bunch of junk cars to sell. Maybe not a bunch, but three. Three junkers. Now, you'd think you can't make any money buying junk cars, and why would you want to put up with the headache? But let me just tell you what I got here. You see, I'm a used car dealer, and I don't just source cars at the dealer auction. I source them from a bunch of places. And sometimes that means people reach out to me with their cars for sale, and they're not necessarily cars that you would put out on your front line. As a matter of fact, sometimes you'd kind of hide them. I don't even put them on my website. But what I do is give them some kind of cleanup, determine if they're going to run or not run, and then I'm going to list them cheap. And I'm in Dallas, Texas. A lot of times, people from other countries buy them. It's not just Mexicans taking them to Mexico. We get a lot of Africans taking Toyotas down to Houston, putting them on a boat back to Africa. So let me show you what I got. Now look at this. This is an '05 Sienna. It's tan, great paint, great interior, good tires, super clean interior, runs and drives great, except it's rode and drove a lot. And it has 308,000 miles. Now, that's a lot of miles for a Toyota. I know they can do it, but that's a lot. And what's the problem with this car? Both catalytic converters. Now, I've got my little calculator out, and even at my cost, putting two cats on a 308,000 mile van, probably not worth it. I paid this lady $500 for this van. She delivered it, washed and with gas in it. So I have this van up for sale now. Then, if you can believe it, the same time, this family called with this Sienna van. It has less miles, 240, but it's kind of ugly. It's got some whiskey dents. It's got some nasty clear coat, but the interior is good. It does run and drive, and it has a cat code, and it's ugly. I'm just not fixing it. That's the bottom line. So I bought it, but to buy this one from them, I had to buy this C-Class Mercedes. And what they had told me about this Mercedes was that the battery had gone dead and the remote didn't work anymore, and the key does not work. The lock cylinder's messed up. So we had to buy this one, and we were told that sometimes the transmission slips out into neutral. So I had it towed back. My guy was able to get into it earlier today, jumped it off. It fired right up. It's got like 185,000 miles on it. The thing that this one has that sucks is two panels are just beat to death. The hood and the tailgate. Interior is great, but I just don't want to fool with this one either. So that being said, $500 for the tan one and $600 for these two, plus $65 to get towed back to my shop. And I've listed them, the vans, at $1,500 a piece, and I've listed the Mercedes at $1,200 a piece. Now, am I going to get this much for these cars? Probably not. Turning 4,500 out of 11, that would be pretty great. I'd be ecstatic, but it's not what I expect. You know, I think these vans will probably go for $1,200 a piece, and the Mercedes will probably go for like $800. But this is the part that I want. But this is the part I want to make clear, guys. You know, don't just source your cars from the dealer auctions. I have plenty of videos about where I source cars, how I get people calling me. And, you know, yeah, there are some that are totally delusional. It's not every one of them is a car that I would put on my front line. But what it is a car that I can make me $1,000, $2,000 that week, just putting out a little bit of time. I mean, we literally did nothing to the two Toyota vans One was delivered, one we drove from 15 minutes away. And all we did on the Mercedes was use a lockout kit to get in it, jump it off, and drive it around the block. So if you're flipping cars, or if you're a new dealer selling junker cars and you need cheap stuff, man, if we were not in an emissions county here in Texas, these cars would be a gold mine. But unfortunately, I am in an emissions county, but I'm still going to make some money. When we get a little further along, I'll kind of update you when one sells and what I get for it and all that kind of stuff. All right, y'all, I promised you an update to my junk cars. I want to tell you that I had 2 Sienna vans sell to the same person on Friday. Today is actually Sunday. I'm up at work doing a few things. But Friday, the fella came in, and we joke. You saw in the video I said a lot of people take these to Africa. The gentleman actually is from Nigeria. He came, he bought both vans. He paid me $2,800 for both vans. And so that money then goes to the bottom line. Now, he's paid me a deposit, $700, and he'll be back to pick them up and pay his balance. Because he's taking it to another country, I don't have to collect tax, title, and license. Here in Texas, we stamp those titles export only, and we hand them to the gentleman. We do have to track who actually bought them, but that just gets put in our file. We don't go to the county. We don't pay any tax. He doesn't pay any tax here. They're stamped export only. So if we look at the sale price, it was $28 for the pair, or $1,400. So the brown van, I had $500 in it. I sold it for $1,400. So that means the brown van made a profit of $900. And I literally did nothing. I bought it, I think, on, I don't remember what day, but I drove it home twice. It had gas in it, and I sold it, and I made $900. On to the burgundy or maroon or whatever color you want to call it. That van, if you'll remember, was part of a package deal. I paid $600 for that van and that Mercedes Benz. So that means that van was $300, and it sold for $1,400, making me a profit of $900. So between these two, we've profited $1,800 in a week and did basically nothing. Now, these are not my frontline cars. These are cars that we just picked up because people found us. We didn't put any time into them. They're not at the front of the lot. They're back where my customer for the repair shop's cars are. And so we made this money in a week. Now, what do we still have left? Well, what we still have left is a $300 Mercedes that I think will probably sell in or around $1,000. It's not going to be a big win. But, you know, we'll make another $500 or $700 on it. I think so. Also, what did we do with the money from this gentleman? Well, he gave me that $700 deposit, and literally, a man that I talked to the week before about selling me his Explorer happens to message and say, hey, can I bring my Explorer down for you to look at? The transmission is somewhat burned up on this Explorer. Body's clean, interior's clean, but not only does it need a transmission, it needs a radiator, and it's already got 240 on it. I just don't feel like fixing that. But long story short, the gentleman came in the same day. It was last Friday, and I bought his Explorer for $500. I now have his Explorer up for sale for $1,500. Am I going to make a full $1,000 on his Explorer? Probably not. But the point is, might I make $700, $800, $900 on his Explorer that he brought to me, that I parked in the back of my lot, took his license plates off, and advertised? Absolutely. And this is what I'm telling you guys. These junk cars, and some run and some don't, but I mean, they're cars that a lot of dealers just don't want anything to do with. Some of them really probably should be sold in junkyards. But these junk cars can make you money with little to no effort. And that's why when I make my YouTube videos and I'm aiming them at car flippers or at new dealers that sell lower end cars, this is why I say the dealer auction is not always the best value in buying a car. You know, they may not be the stellar sexy cars, but they may be cars that consistently would deliver you $500, $800, $1,000 with doing little to no work and not taking any time away from your main business of putting those frontline cars out. Something to consider. So I'll put another part to this video out once that Explorer gets sold and once the Mercedes gets sold. And we'll just kind of tell you, I'm going to cut it off after those cars just because I don't want the video to run too long. But we'll just talk about how much money did I make off 4 junk cars with an initial $1,100 investment. Talk to you in a second. See you on the next scene. All right, y'all. It's starting to drizzle out here, but I did want to show you this Ford Explorer I talked about. This is an 09. It's a 4.6 liter, third row seat, dual captain's chairs. It's a nice car, but man, it needs a transmission. It's got some miles on it, 240. Yeah, it is what it is. But anyway, this is the car somebody brought us in, and I paid him his $500, and we'll follow up with you, let you know how we turn out on it. All right, just a little follow-up on these junk cars. I still have the Ford Explorer. I'm going to go ahead and cut the video off after this segment. We'll call it good. I did sell the Mercedes. That, if you'll remember, it was a $600 deal for the van and the Mercedes. So I listed the Mercedes for $1,200 plus TT&L. I ended up selling it for $1,000 plus TT&L, which means the $300 Mercedes generated me an additional $700 in profit, which is not bad considering all we did was put a used battery in it, drive it around the block 2 or 3 times to make sure everything was good, and put it back out on the line with the expectation that people are going to be buying it to fix it up. So let me add that into the sheet here. You'll see 1,000 minus the 300 gives me $700. Okay, so if you remember, we sold the 2 vans. We got $1,100 for one van. That's profit. $900 profit on the other van. So that was $2,000 between the 2 vans. That guy squared up his deal. He'd left a deposit the first day, came back the middle of the next week, squared that up. So we had a $2,000 profit going into this last week. Now then, Saturday of this last week, while I was here doing some other paperwork and we were bringing cars back and forth that we bought, is when we sold that Mercedes for another $700 profit. So you add those up, we have $2,700 profit from junk cars. And then, of course, I used $500 seed money to buy this Explorer, which I still have. I thought about waiting until that one was done to add it to the video. I think I'll probably make about $500 on it when it's all said and done. But right now I have made $2,700 in profit on these 3 junk cars. And I think, you know, we'll make a little bit more when the Explorer goes. But that's my total. That's the end of this video. I did sell my Pontiac Aztek, which took a little longer than I expected, but I did film some of that. So I'll have a video on the Pontiac Aztek coming out pretty soon. And if you'd give me a like, a subscribe, maybe comment down below where you found me. Are you a returning viewer? Was I on your suggested feed? Did you Google a title question and then come across me? Curious to know how you found me. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good one.